like a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Thursday night Colby Rebel show. I am your host, Colby Rebel, where my goal is to bring your loved ones a little bit closer tonight. So we will have readings, callers on air. If you have a psychic question, wanting to go into an area of your life, or connecting to that loved one on the other side, we're going to handle it all tonight. I know there's a lot going on. There just seems to be so much transition lately and a lot of miscommunication, right? Because as some states are opening up and some are changing the rules and us adjusting to a sense of a new norm, there seems to be lacking clarity, lacking an emphasis on being clear. And so just know that. Try to be as clear as you can in your own personal life. So, with your relationships, with your communication, with yourself, just being as clear as you can, even under these circumstances, because it can be a little difficult to keep excited or hold that vibration when you're just feeling so restrained, right? We're not really used to that, or not as social as you want to be. Maybe you're missing friends, family. Maybe you're just missing going out. Maybe you're missing a mall. And to kind of see how some things are allowed and some things aren't, and the reasoning behind it. Like I said, there just seems to be a lack of clarity and a lack of understanding for everyone, right? On some level. So just use this as your own opportunity rather than getting wrapped up in that energy, rather than getting yourself kind of lost, right? Lost in it. Just pull yourself aside and say, hey, this is what I want, or this is where I am. These are my goals. And if you don't know what your goals are, let's say you're a little confused about what it is you want to do, then sit with yourself. We make ourselves so busy that we actually don't take that time to really sit and focus on what would bring us pure joy. And that gets difficult, right? Because is it the joy that you think it's supposed to bring, or is it joy from your own soul? And the only way you're really going to know and learn is through connecting to your own soul, not to that of others, not to the relationships around you where, your focus is making other people happy. It's time to really take time for yourself and really understand yourself and know yourself on a deeper level. That this is just an opportunity that shouldn't be missed, right? You have a great time to get to know who you are, not who people tell you you are, but who you are. And what do you enjoy? What makes you happy? What makes you tick? And really sit with that. A lot of times we change and we evolve. So what you enjoyed at 20 may not be what you enjoy at 40, or what you thought you needed, or whether you thought you were an introvert or an extrovert. And maybe it's finding what does energize you from the inside out and giving yourself the time and the opportunity to do it. And I know, like, remember months ago when all of this started, I think people were like, what am I going to do with my time? And now, you may be really faced with, what do I do with my time? And I hope you've made the most of it, because it will end. We will get back to connecting in social settings once again. But just, for the little bit of time that we have left here in this space, allow yourself to gift yourself your own time. Gift yourself your own creativity, your own thoughts, your own love. And you'll probably see yourself change and evolve and becoming more still. But in that stillness, you'll have some light bulb moments that help guide you to the next steps. And it really does work. And it is about sitting with yourself. But before we do all of that, and before you go sit with yourself, you're going to sit with me. And we're going to do an episode tonight where I'm really looking forward to connecting with all of you. A couple things to mention. As you know, I have Spirit Love. This is going to be an online event. So it's connecting to spirit, connecting to your loved ones. It will be online. It's Wednesday, December 3rd from 7 to 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. Just $20. I really tried to make it as affordable as possible for everyone, especially under these times. So make sure you grab your ticket. It's really fun. And I'm going to give as many messages as I can, right? It will be really, really fun. So take that time and do that for yourself. And you might just get a message, right? You might just have a loved one connect with you. So I'm really looking forward to it. And again, that's one of the things that we get to do in this space. I hadn't really done online events prior to us being contained. But this is a great way to reach so many people and for us all to come together at one time online, and really, really looking forward to it. The other thing that I am doing online is the Spirit Development Circle. So this is online. It's more of that intermediate advanced level. So if you have some experience looking to dive in, this will be on Wednesday nights starting June 10th. And so you're more than welcome to sign up and come join us as we practice and put all of this to use, right? A lot of it is about practicing, working through it. What are you getting? How are you getting it? What does it mean for you? So this will be really fun. So two fabulous, exciting things coming up here. So please come and join me. Please be there for me. And I will be there for you. So anyhow, let me give you that call line. It is 310-997-4966. We do have a lot of callers. I will do my best here with everyone to get those callers in. Now, do me a favor, please. If you've been through in the last couple weeks, please hang up if you've gotten through. Let's just really make sure we're creating an opportunity that as many people have an opportunity to get a message as possible. Okay. So if you'll do that for me, I really appreciate it. And then just make sure you have those external noises off, okay? So no TV, no speakerphone, uh, none of the kids, the husbands, the animals, anything that is going to be really distracting, because it really does. It's distracting, makes it harder to connect, and it makes it harder for the listeners to focus. So let's all come together and make this the best experience that we can. I will give your area code. That's how you're going to know. So pay attention. Have your question ready. Yeah. All right. So if you are in the call line, you have a chance to have your call answered. Okay. So think of your question or think of that loved one you would like to connect to. And I will ask you and we'll get started. We'll just see how it goes. I want us to have fun. I want us to have a really great time. And let's see what we come up with. Okay. All right. So here we go. Let's see. How about, I don't know. Let's see. Let's try this 801. Hey, 801. This is Colby. Who is this?
Katie?
Hi, Katie. How are you, honey?
Good. How are you?
I am doing well. I'm doing well. What can I do for you tonight?
Yeah, I was just curious. With all the changes going on, I've kind of been thinking about, I have a partnership with a business partner, and I'm kind of thinking about exiting that
Yeah.
partnership, and I just kind of wanted to get your feedback on it.
Well, it really, I even felt like it was more about going on your own, Katie, and it feels like it's time to go on your own. I don't feel that this is necessarily a bad partnership, but in all honesty, I almost feel like you don't need it. And maybe either you're doing most of the work or it seems to be holding you back. But I really feel like without the partner, you'd really be able to soar. So I think you're just a little nervous about it, but I actually feel like you're gonna do just fine with it. It feels like you're gonna do really well, and I like the ideas. Like, I feel like you've got new ideas too that you want to bring in. Is that right?
Yeah, I've kind of been working on some other ideas.
Yeah, because it feels like these ideas would really benefit and bring it to light. So I feel like this is going to work, but I just see like those wings expanding. So I feel like your wings are going to expand and you're going to be able to do it. Um, even and again, it's not a bad partnership, but it's almost becoming a little misaligned. I just don't know again if that person. I kind of get a sense that they're holding you back. So either you're wanting new things or trying to expand, but there's something about the energy of this that definitely gives me a feeling like you can do this on your own. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of what I was thinking, but I just
I
wanted some
know.
advice on it.
Well, it's
So,
really scary. I mean, I know it's a kind of a scary thing because it's you kind of have that support system, but it's going to be okay. I really like this on your own. Katie, what kind of work are you doing? Are you doing healing work or creative work? What's the work that you're doing?
yeah, so I do energy work and
Yeah.
I make oils and
Yeah.
tinctures and different
Yeah.
things like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, perfect. So again, I feel like what I need you to do, Katie, is step into your own light a bit more. It's again, it's like I think starting out and having that partner is always good, right? Right? But
Right,
I
right.
believe you're at a place now where the branding should be more about you and more about your product line. And I really feel like you can expand the product line as well. And I believe that you're going to
Yeah,
get
that's
to a
kind of what I've been
point
thinking.
where you're going to be able to do some classes, like either online classes. And so, yeah, it's time, honey. You can do it.
Okay, awesome. That's
You,
kind of, I just needed to hear it, I think.
yeah, yeah. There's I've got the My Leap of Faith book. So if you haven't read it, maybe take a gander at it, okay? Because that's more of a business based book. So in case there's some areas in it that you might be struggling with, that book might just help you, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
You
awesome. Well, thank you so much,
you're
Colby.
welcome. You got this, Katie. Shine.
Okay. Thanks, hon. You have a
All
good
right.
day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay. Let us take another caller here. How about 805? Hi, 805. This is Colby. Who is this?
This is Jackie.
Hi, Jackie. How are you, honey?
I'm good. I'm kind of bored. I've been, like everyone else, been staying in my house ever
Yeah.
since this thing began, and
Yeah. Date night,
it's
date night's never been so much more attractive. We get to at least come together, right?
oh yes, right.
All right, what can I do for you tonight, Jackie?
Well, my husband passed away a year and 3 months ago, and I was doing okay until all this happened.
Yeah. Yeah,
All
yeah,
this
yeah.
virus thing happened, and
Ooh.
I just seem to really be missing him a lot now.
Mhm.
And I thought maybe you could try and see if you could hear a message from him or something.
Yeah, well, let's see what we can do. I know one thing I want to share. It with the still time, it's giving you time to grieve, okay? So,
Yeah,
it's giving you time to grieve. And so along with that, um I think before you were keeping yourself busy. And so we kind of gloss over the grieving process. I mean, it's hard enough, right? And so we kind of
right.
gloss over it. But I think the still time has really made you sit with it. But I believe that that's really going to be for your benefit because as you come out of this, I really feel like then you're going to be ready for honest change, new change. Okay. Um, and
Yeah,
so, one of the things, let's just see here. When I connect to him, it does. I do feel like you two had such a strong bond. Like it really feels like either you have been together a long time or like really good friends even before you were married. But so I feel like for you, you didn't just lose your spouse, you really lost your best friend. Do you know what I mean? Um,
Yes.
and it gives me a sense too, though. Um, he doesn't feel over the top to me. He feels to be he's not really subdued, but he's very there's a groundedness to him. Does that make sense? Like I feel like I could lean on him. You know, he just was steady is what he makes me feel like. Does that make sense around him?
Yes.
Like a rock.
Yes.
Like when people say, "Oh, that's my
Yes.
rock," like he's your rock. um, and he gives
Yes.
me. I actually feel like what's really great, Jackie. I think maybe you deal with some anxiety, or you could get anxious, and I feel like he would kind of calm you down or kind of just say things are going to be okay. So I feel like through things, he was the one who was always very practical about how it was going to go down.
Yes. He
um,
was.
Now, even though I actually feel like now he's ill, he gets diagnosed or he's ill prior to his passing. Is that correct, Jackie? Just
Yes.
because
Yes.
I feel like with him, I feel like he gets diagnosed, but he's got that same attitude. Well, it's going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. Let's not worry about it, And I just feel
Yes.
like and he really did believe that. And I feel like so I actually feel like he might have had cancer because I feel like there's treatment. So is that right? Did he pass from cancer or complications from cancer?
No. He had a heart problem and he had a heart attack.
Okay, got it. Would you understand there had been medication or a treatment they had done for the heart prior to the heart attack? Because I don't feel like it was
Yes.
just spur of the moment. Like maybe he had a stent put in or medicine that they were giving him, something like this. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Because I feel like he felt optimistic about these. I feel like he thought, well, it's going to be fine. It's not going to be bad. Um, and again, he doesn't feel like a big complainer. Like I think he didn't like to complain about things. So even if he wasn't feeling 100%, he might like mention it, but I don't think he dwelled on it. Like he doesn't really make me feel like he made a big deal about anything. So I think even to some degree, you weren't really sure. I don't think you really knew either. I don't even think he knew because he just, if he wasn't feeling 100%, he's like, I'm just feeling okay. Like again, he wasn't saying, oh, I really need help. We got to get something done. Like I just think he took everything with a grain of salt. He's so laid back in a way,
Yes. He
I love
did.
this guy. Very laid back. And I do feel like, even up until this passing, this heart attack, he was active. So I think he was even still doing things. Like nothing was really going to stop him, and I don't think he wanted to limit his life anyway. So he gives me a sense where he really wanted to be there for you. So I think even though he's doing all of this, he makes me feel like he was there with you. He's around you. He's in your house a lot. I mean, I think you hear him walk, or is he a heavy walker? Let me break this down. Would he have been a heavy walker, or is he just a bigger man?
Well, he wasn't a bigger man, but he was a little bit on the chubby side.
Do you understand? I'm kind of walking. I almost like I feel like you can hear his footsteps, or you hear him around the house.
I do.
Okay. Okay.
I feel him here. Yes.
Yes. And he gives me because he is there. But he gives me a sense too. Would you understand the cadence of his walk? Like one leg, it's not a limp, but maybe one leg, I don't even want to say drags a little, but it's not an even walk. It's like one leg is doing a little something different. Does that make sense around his walk?
Yes, he kind of drug his feet
That's
a
what I
little.
thought. Like his one
Yeah, he
foot.
did.
It's almost like his one foot. I feel like it's like choo, whoo, shoo.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's what he shows me doing around the house. he likes his snacks, so I think you had a hard time getting him to curb his
Oh,
snacks.
yes,
He loves his goodies.
he did. He
And
did love his
they're not
goodies.
healthy
You're
goodies.
absolutely right.
Yeah, they're not healthy. He likes crunchy things, so either crunchy pretzels or chocolate like crunchy. He's always and his
Yes,
sweets too. He's so cute. What an adorable person. And he gives me this sense too where um I just feel like, I feel like he wants you to know how much he loves you. Okay, Jackie. I really feel like
yeah,
that's really important is that I don't believe, like, I feel like your time together, it feels like in a way it was simple. Like, he didn't want to make things complicated. I don't even think it was a huge wedding. Maybe it was just something more simple, or
yes,
it makes me feel like the things around him have a lot of meaning. And I feel like he showed you how he felt about you, like you knew he loved you. And I feel like he's still telling you how much he loves you and how much you mean to him. Okay. So I just
yes.
want you to really hold on to that and know that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I
Yes,
will
that
leave that with you.
that's him.
Okay. All right. Lots of love to you, honey. And he does give you a big old hug. And just know that he's feeling fine. Just know that he's feeling fine. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Lots
Okay,
of
well, thank you
love.
so much,
You're
Colby.
welcome, Jackie. Have a good night.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
You too.
Okay, everybody. Let us do how about 541. Hey,
Hello,
541, you're on the air. Hi there. Who is this?
this is Natalie.
Hi, Natalie. It's Colby. How are you?
Doing good. How are you, Colby?
I'm well. I'm well. What can I do for you tonight?
Well, I was just wondering if you could connect with my dad. He passed in 2011,
Okay.
and I was wondering if you can get any messages from him.
Yeah, let's see what he's got for us. I get a sense um I definitely feel a little bit different than the last caller. Like, I feel definitely a sense of more like a humor with him, a definitely sense of humor, almost eyes that I feel like would hold a secret, or like he's got a secret. Like a little bit of
Well, when he
mischievousness.
died, he said he was sick of all his secrets. That's one thing he
Oh
did say
my,
on his deathbed.
isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
Oh my
he really
gosh.
did.
Wow. And it's like he
One
gives.
of the last things he ever said to me was he was sick of all his secrets.
Yeah, yeah. And I just feel like that is isn't that weird though that that's the first thing he would say to you tonight? Is like,
Yeah, because that was the last thing he said to me.
yeah, so well, we know it's him. um
Yeah, and he was pretty childlike and immature like that.
yeah, I just feel like a lot of times, and I mean this with love, but I think there are times when he thought of himself before he necessarily thought of others, especially maybe when he was younger. And as he got older and as he had a family, I feel like he started to change, and I feel like it started to bring out um more of that softer side of him, because I feel like for you there was a softer side. I don't know though. Did he just not he makes me feel like he didn't show you enough. So would that make sense to you? Like that he didn't show
Yes,
you enough?
definitely.
Because
Hmm.
he makes me feel like he wanted to, but he didn't know how to, you know? And I feel like for
Correct.
him, he didn't know how to even say a lot of things. Um, he didn't
No,
really know how to
he
say
would
a
get
lot.
choked up.
Yeah, but it's there, like I feel like it's there. I think too, interesting enough, I feel like one of the things he really wanted from you is a forgiveness. And I mostly
Oh,
mean
right. Hmm.
forgiveness is mostly because I feel like I think he thought he wished, again, we're looking at hindsight, right? Like I think he wished he would have been more involved in your life or more involved in your activities and stuff. it's hard because I almost feel like he was there, but maybe he's just saying he wasn't really present or that he wasn't as involved as he
Correct.
could have been, And so
He had really severe OCD, so he
yeah,
focused a lot on his OCD.
yeah, and it just feels like, like he might have shown up to something but wasn't really present in it. Do you know what I'm saying? And so
Yeah.
and I do, even though he has OCD, I feel like he might have even had some anxiety as well. So maybe he didn't
Yeah.
understand that or work on that. But
No, he didn't.
and I just feel like with him, um I'm kind of weird. Is he a germphobe or is there somebody a germphobe?
Yes, that was him.
Oh, okay.
He
Because
was. He was.
he's like, I want to hug you, but I don't want to get sick.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Now,
Really bad.
yeah.
Our house is
So
spotless.
yeah, exactly. And now, do you have a daughter? Can I ask, Natalie, or children?
I have a son I named after him,
Got
who's
it.
named after his dad.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Because he acknowledges him now. I guess.
I wouldn't let my son around him too much because of his weird quirkiness.
Yeah, he seems yeah, he's very particular. It's weird. I don't he's very particular about his socks or how he folds his socks or something with socks.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I don't. My son won't wear socks.
Oh
But
my
my dad
gosh.
also had a fetish with folding them and stuff like
That's
that.
right. Yeah, but what's interesting is your son, I believe your son won't wear socks because of the connection to your dad. So, you know how
Oh,
it's kind of an interesting thing. You know how sometimes you have a parent and then the child of that parent does the opposite of the parent. Well, in a way, it kind of
right.
skipped you and went to your son. So I believe somehow his kind of idiosyncrasies, like your son feels, I mean, like your son will touch anything, I think. So
Well, not really. He has a hard time too touching things and washing his hands if anything gets on him. Gross.
oh, I was seeing
Yeah.
dirty hands.
And he wears gloves a lot.
Okay, I was seeing dirty hands. I was feeling dirty hands. So maybe it's just that it gets weird when he's got
that's his
dirty.
dad. That's his father.
Okay,
His
got
father was very dirty.
it. Okay, got it. There
But
we
my
go.
son is also kind of like my dad, a little bit
Yeah,
of a clean
that's what I
germaphobe.
just feel like there's a connection between your son and your dad. Like either even when he was real young. So it's so weird, you didn't have around him a lot, but yet it just shows you that he was talking and connecting with him anyway, even on a soul level. And
Oh,
and I feel like with your son though, now your son, I do feel like you're able to kind of work on this. It doesn't feel like with your son it will be to the degree that it was with your dad. So, just kind of keep working on it
yeah.
with your son, okay? But I
Yes.
do feel like now you're not with your son's father anymore. Is that correct? Are you not with
Oh,
that
no.
person? Okay.
Correct.
Got it.
Uh-uh.
And I feel like with your dad, he gives me this feeling of I just feel like I want you to know that he really wished he he wished, he's so much free now from his physical body, and I feel like he just wished he had been able to not be so fearful um in his life. But honestly, I believe that there's some tragedy from when he was real young. I don't know, he probably
There
didn't
was.
share it with you,
There
but
was.
I even think that there's abuse, or do you not know that? Or
Yes. There was
okay,
sexual abuse that happened.
okay, thank you for acknowledging that. And so I feel like that was a lot of it underlying everything, okay? But he gives me
Yeah, he lost control with that.
yeah, yeah, and he just gives me the feeling of, again, those apologies to you and that love for you. And let's see, are we in June? Okay. Do you have is there a birthday or a connection for you in the month of June? Can I ask, Natalie?
No. My cousin has a birthday coming up. I have two cousins having a birthday in June,
In June.
but
Okay.
not really.
No, what about your dad's when was his passing, or do we understand the 6th of a month?
February 22nd. No,
Okay.
he was died on
February.
February 22nd, and his birthday was April 25th.
No. All right, do me a favor. I feel like there's a 6 or a June connection. So, when we get off, just see if that connects somewhere. It feels more connected to your son somehow. So I feel like it's like your dad wants to say congratulations to your son, but I'm not really sure why the June or the 6 connection, okay? So, can I ask how old your son
Graduation
is?
maybe
Yeah.
next year.
How old is your son?
17.
No, it's driving me crazy. This guy all he keeps saying is he just keeps saying 6, and I'm like, "What is it?"
Mm,
Anyhow, I guess it will make sense maybe when you're off, okay? And if it does, just put it in the comments.
Okay,
But he definitely gives you a
perfect.
lot of
Thank
love.
you.
He wants to just thank you, that you've done a great job, and he loves like how just patient and loving you are with your son. So even though you have all of these things with your son's an amazing young man, and so your dad is just
Yeah.
very, very proud of what you've done and very proud of the mother and the parent that you are. Okay, so I'll just
Oh, that's
leave that
nice.
with you. Yeah, just know that he's okay, and know that he's got that apology for you, and just know that it's so sincere, but he's also got that love for you. And honestly, he gives you the biggest hug, okay? So
Oh,
no more
well, that's
fear.
rare. We didn't
N-
do that in real
That's
life.
that's right. So no more fear. No more fear does he have around touching, hugging, and loving, okay?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so I'll leave that
Right.
with you,
He
honey.
drew those lines up because he didn't know what would be appropriate or what wasn't, so he just did nothing.
Yeah, I think he just felt. Yeah, the last really weird thing, not to kind of stir the pot too much. Does he have another child other than you that with another person?
No, but I have two sisters, one
Okay.
older, one younger. But
Okay.
then he married a lady who had all of our birthdays, which was weird.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, so there is
So he
another
had a whole separate family.
he did have a separate family. He just didn't father those kids.
Right. They were all
Got
adults, but they all had our same birthdays. One had my actual birthday.
Yeah, you know what though? Let me just because I felt like he did kind of mention to me he had this whole other family. That's why I asked that question,
He
okay?
did. That's right.
But I
He kind
will
of
say,
disowned us in the will and said he took on his new family.
yeah, I feel like let me just share this real quick and then I'll let you go. But I feel like for him, I think he felt like he had made so many mistakes with you guys or just didn't like himself enough during that time that in some way I feel like he wanted to
Hmm.
wipe the slate clean, and like this family with the same birthdays was like a new chance, like a new opportunity.
Oh, it makes sense.
And
That
so
makes complete sense.
yeah, so that's why there's so many similarities to it. That's why it's like, so he was trying to right what was wrong and do it over, but in a way, little bit in a way of denial, like rather than working it out with you guys, he doesn't have to own up to any of it. He can just start fresh with this family. And I feel like
Yeah, he
y-
did.
yeah, and so, try
Crazy.
not to take I know that feels very personal, but I want you to know that's definitely more about him, and he wants to just acknowledge that, okay?
Oh, that's really nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Lots of
I
love
needed to
to
hear
you,
that.
honey. Good. Okay, so lots of love to you and have a beautiful night, okay?
Oh, thank you, Colby.
You're welcome. Bye,
You
honey.
too. Bye.
Okay, here we go. Let us do another one. Let's see. Let us take 270. Hey, 270, you're on the air. Who is this?
Hi, Colby. This is Jill.
Hi, Jill. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. What can I do for you tonight?
Well, I have a question. So I'm pretty highly super
And
sensitive, intuitive wise, energetically, and I just was wondering if you had any thoughts or suggestions on how to harness some of that.
yeah, well, for you, Jill, we definitely have to harness it because you're getting to a point where I see it coming in so much more frequently for you that it's, I see how they do it, but they start to it started to hit you a lot, right? So
Yes.
definitely, I can
Yes,
see it.
it
It's like,
is.
it's almost like, I think you're getting to that point where you're having trouble like concentrating on regular work because you're getting hits of information. Is that part
That's
happening?
very true.
Yeah. I totally get
Yes.
it. This is great, but yeah, it's definitely time. So there's a few options. You can always grab my book, Psychic Senses, right? Talks about it, has exercises in it. So that's right on Amazon.
Okay.
On my website is the online classes. There's two that or three that you just watch them. So they're like tutorials. So, and they're really inexpensive, honey. They don't cost a lot, like $20. So you can
Okay.
watch those. Those are going to give you some tips. Join a development circle or find an online beginners class. Those are really, really strong ways. Just make sure you're finding it with someone you really resonate with. But we need you to
Right.
understand what's happening and then give you an opportunity to practice it. So what I would recommend is, watching those videos, watching those classes, and then finding and getting into that development circle where you get to practice some of it in like a safe environment, right? Where it's not weird. But those are some of the things
Right.
that you're doing and that you can do. And I'll probably do another private mentoring coming up in the next month or so. There, I give you homework. So I actually give you exercises to do. And then you return your
Okay.
homework and we talk about it. So that's an option too. But no matter what, Jill, you tuning in, you're definitely at a place where we got to start kind of getting you out there, getting you to practice. Jill, I know we talked about intuition for you. I feel so strongly that there's a psychic connection and mediumship. I really feel like you're actually connecting to spirit and you may not recognize that that's happening yet. So that's why I feel like the development will really start to help you open up to it all. Okay. And you're going to love it. I will warn you, Jill, once we open that box, we really can't close it.
Oh, I'm aware, and actually I can't see, the spirits. I can sense when they're there, and I'm aware of that.
Yes.
But I felt that that wasn't my area because I deal more with animals and especially with horses and
Yep.
cats and dogs and versus people per se. But yes, I can sense when, people have passed and are around. I've had some very interesting experiences, especially in the
Yes.
last few years.
Yeah. And then even with
So
this, so just know that, but you can connect to spirit animals on the other side. So how great would it be to kind of branch into animal communication? So animal communication and healing on a psychic level, right? For either the animal, someone needing help, or the person, or even on that mediumship platform where someone's lost an animal and you're connecting, or the owner, the animal's owner passes away and you give that connection to the animal, right? So you'll see, you
Right.
just might not, it might not, it's because you haven't started training formally that you're not necessarily seeing this, but trust me, it's going to be there for
Right.
you. And then you're going to really go, oh, wait a second, I see this whole Colby was right. I see this whole thing
Right.
for me.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're gonna love it. So I believe that it's time, Jill. So start getting out there
Okay.
and start jumping in, okay?
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Lots of love, honey. Talk to you later.
Thank you so much. All right.
Bye-bye. Okay, guys, let us do another caller here. Here we go. How about let's take 661. Hey, 661, this is Colby. Who is this?
Hi, this is Jackie.
Hi, Jackie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. What can I do for you tonight?
I was hoping to have some answers from my daddy above about my current situation of unemployment, not being resolved and being laid off.
Okay. Well, there's a couple things here. I can connect to your daddy, but I don't know if he's necessarily going to give you the psychic advice that you're kind of looking for, which is what I can kind of help you with. All right. So let me just see what we can do here for you. Okay.
Absolutely.
I do feel, I mean, listen, I'm going to be honest here. I know the unemployment does feel like it's a bit tricky for you, and I know you've been struggling with it. I do feel like that's going to work out, though. So I think it's just more of getting, it's like you're hitting a lot of red tape with it, you know? So just try not
Yes.
to get too
Yes, for sure.
yeah, try not to get too distraught over it. I feel like it's going to work. As far as the unemployment, you know, you are going to get back into a job. Now, this is, I got to tell you, Jackie, when I tuned into that, I really feel like maybe you weren't doing something that was making you really happy. Something about that. I know you had the job and we all need that job, right? But something about it doesn't
Right.
feel like it was the right job for you. And I feel like you were staying in it, staying in it, staying in it. And then, so what happens is the universe is like, hey, you're on the wrong path. Hey, we need to move you. And, you know, you say, no, 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 I'm okay. I'm okay. And Spirit says, listen, we've already told you once. We told you twice. Now we're taking it away. And so it forces
exactly.
you.
That's what it feels like.
That's right. It's like the rug gets ripped out from under you. And that to me is what happened here. Okay. So
Right. Yeah,
rather
for
than,
sure.
yeah, and I feel like this is an opportunity for you to kind of do it. I almost feel like, do you enjoy working outdoors or doing something like with your hands? Because I'm not so sure tying you to a desk feels right to me.
I've been tied to a desk for 38 long years.
See, do you see how that doesn't, right? And even, right? You see how that doesn't even
Yes.
feel right? So I
No,
feel
it
like,
doesn't feel right anymore.
no, I feel like it's about getting you free. So either, and something where you have to interact with people a bit more, you know, like maybe you're,
I
so
would love it. I
yeah,
love people. I'm
yeah,
great with people.
yeah, you are. So it feels like either, you know, something where you travel to someone and talk to them and be outdoors a little bit. So I feel like that's going to be the better job. You would be great in sales, especially if it's something around something you like, you know, or something you believe in.
Absolutely.
And so that's where, you know, let's just start putting that in there. What was your desk job?
I was an escrow assistant and an
Oh,
escrow officer for many, 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 many years.
yeah, too many.
Yes.
Right?
Too many is right.
That's right. So it feels like, you know, but you can listen, you can use that expertise in getting more of that sales position for you that you really enjoy and putting yourself out there. But I got to tell you, your daddy, that he is like a no nonsense man, like no nonsense. So he just makes me feel
Correct.
like you can pick yourself up. Like he doesn't even want to hear you crying. Wait, I mean that
I
with
know.
love. Wait, listen, I mean that
I
with
know.
love. He's a
I
bit.
know. I'm the strong one. I'm the strong one out of all of us women. So I know he's probably going, shut up, Jackie. It's
Yeah,
probably what he's saying in
yeah,
a funny way.
yeah, dust yourself off and stop your whining. But
I knew it. Oh, I love that man
but
so much. I
he
miss him so much.
he is so great. But he does, you know, you know why? Because he believes in you. You know, like I
Yeah.
think like lots of love to the other ladies in the family and nothing against them, but sometimes I think they need a little more help, right? And you've
Correct.
always been able
Correct.
to do it on your own. You've always been independent and you've been a lot
Yes.
like your daddy. So I think for him, he's like, you know what you're doing. This is no new show for
Yeah.
you. It's just time to start doing it.
I appreciate that so much from
Did
him and from you.
did he
I
smoke?
miss him so much.
Was he a
Pardon me?
smoker? I just see a lot
My
of
dad was, yes.
because I see a lot of lung issues and cigarettes. Like he couldn't give up his cigarettes.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm a smoker as well.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's why he's talking to you. Maybe that's the next thing he wants to yell at you for.
Probably. Yes. He loved smoking. He loved it.
Yeah, but I think he's like a
He tried.
I don't know if it's like Marlboros or no filter, but he's like a strong cigarette too. He's not even a
Winston.
There you
No,
go.
it's Winston.
There you go. Strong cigarette.
And
So,
I'm the Marlboro. I'm the Marlboro smoker.
You're the Marlboro smoker. Okay, got it. One last thing. This is odd. He shows me. I wonder if this is in your house. Do you have a glass ashtray in your house? Maybe it's colored glass. Yeah, it's like it doesn't feel ceramic. Do you have a glass one or an old glass one? Heavy.
I think it's a white. Yeah, it's heavy and it's white.
Okay.
It's clear.
Clear. There. Okay, there we go. Clear. Yeah. And you already have some. You're using it. That's the one you're using, or you have cigarette butts in it?
No.
Is it one that you grew up with? Hang on. He's giving me something. I'm just trying to sort out what he's giving me. All right. Okay, because he gives me now. There's one last thing here. Oddly enough, he's not going to be too harsh on you about the smoking because he knows you're stressed out, but he wants you to just kind of start focusing on that. But you don't. I don't think you smoke your cigarette all the way to the end. Do you leave some of that cigarette like smushed in the ashtray?
You are so 100% right. I
That's
do not smoke at all. I leave it in the ashtray.
Yeah, your dad is showing me that so that you know that he's around you and that he's in your house while you're smoking.
Oh my God! Yay! I'm so
I don't
here. Oh
I don't know.
Gosh.
I don't know if he's ever been happier to have secondhand smoke.
Oh my God! I love it.
You two have quite the bond, honey. Quite the bond. And I don't know if you were I don't know if you were supposed to be a boy.
Amazing.
Yeah, I don't know if you were supposed to be a boy or if he treated you like a boy, but he really gives me a feeling that you can do anything, okay?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
God, you brought tears to my eyes. Thank you so much, Colby, for every piece of information. And my daddy, I love that man so much.
Yeah, well, he loves you
every single day. I hope he knows.
He does. Well, he does know. He does know. And don't stress about it. So when you're sitting at the table smoking, I feel like there's another chair. He's there. He just puts his hand on your hand and tells you to not worry. So let's focus on being solution oriented because that's how your dad would be, right? Let's troubleshoot this. Stop looking down the same road. Let's open up that road because it's an opportunity for you to step into something new that you're going to love and to really be around people that really enrich you, okay?
Oh my gosh, thank you. I will do that. I will do that.
All right, honey. Lots of love to you, okay?
Thank you, Colby, very much. And I love you, Dad.
He loves you too. All right, I'll talk to you later, okay?
Thank you so much. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. That is the end. This just love connecting to people and helping them. So, for all of you, I will be back next week. So, if you didn't get through tonight, show up next week. As you know, we always just draw these callers at random, but I do hope that, that you enjoyed listening to their readings and their connections, and then maybe you can take something from it. Especially, when we talk about connecting to your own gifts or feeling like you want to develop them. If there's something there, start trusting it, start surrendering to it, and know that your loved ones are around you. Like they are so much, whether they're walking around the house, whether they're watching you smoke, or sending you those signs and symbols, they're all around you. All right. So lots of love to you, everybody. Please share, go on iTunes, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Share it with a friend. Lots of love to you. Thank you guys so much. And I will see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Colby Rebel Show. Be sure to follow Colby on social media at Psychic Rebel. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, please head on over to iTunes to leave a review to help Colby grow the tribe. Colby is an international psychic medium, teacher, best-selling author, and speaker. She is a master teacher of the Lisa Williams International School of Spiritual Development and is the owner of the Colby Rebel Spirit Center in Los Angeles. Visit colbyrebel.com.